Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Biome Exile SMP. We are back here finally after quite a little while away. Unfortunately, I've been very busy, so I haven't had much time to get on the server as of late, but I'm on here now. We're going to be doing an episode today, and while I have been on in some capacity, at least a little bit, I haven't had too much time. But what I have been doing whilst I've been on is gathering materials for this project. Now there's 4 chests over there, only 2 of them are actually full. I kind of thought I would need a lot more for this, but we are going to be finally making our shop at spawn, which I've been meaning to do for ages. I've had this plan for ages, but I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to execute it. So we are going to be unfortunately delaying the mob farm for a little bit. Hopefully next episode. I am just waiting on one material before I can actually get that done. Unfortunately, it is from a biome that I am not in, so I cannot get that till it is available from another shop. So, you know, we kind of have to wait. It's a little, you know, upsetting that that one material is holding us back, but I think I can do it without. But I'd rather not have to tear it apart to put it back in. So I think this is probably, it's best to just have a bit of patience and wait. But as I said, we are going to be going over to spawn and actually making our shop today, because I should have made it a very long time ago. We have these 6 things that we need to sell. We have the torch that I just chucked away. There we are. Dark oak logs, dark oak leaves, dark oak saplings, lilac, peony, and rose bushes. 6 things that we need to sell. Well, we need to sell those. We need to, I think, sell those. We can sell those at like obviously a lot higher price, because as soon as someone has a sapling, they don't need logs anymore. They have an infinite supply. So we will be selling that just at a lot higher of a price, because just like the mycelium in last season, once you have one, you have infinite, basically, unless you're very unlucky with the sapling and it sort of disappears on you. So we're going to be doing that. Another thing as well that has happened, we have updated to 1.15, which seemingly caused my cows to disappear. Yeah. Other than that, it's been pretty, you know, just standard updates. Still waiting on Optifine. Replay mod is unfortunately not updated yet. And another reason this took a little bit longer is Schematica, or Lightmatica, I think it's now called, isn't available for 1.15 yet. So I'm actually having to run a different client on the side so I can learn or look at how to build this thing. But if we look in here, we can see a majority of it is dark oak. You can probably guess what it's going to be. Let's be honest. And then some oak stuff. I was quite lucky. I don't need a lot of spruce, but I was able to get what I needed from just the surrounding ships that we have. For example, we have a bunch here, but I didn't really want to tear my ship apart. So a couple of the shipwrecks around the beaches and such have the spruce that I needed, so I was able to salvage that, luckily, from those without having to yet buy anything. I swear it rains all the time. This is also a good thing to mention. We have now implemented sleeping, so I can now sleep here. I am obviously on the server alone currently, but you know, on my own. But if another person were to be on here, we have the ability to sleep and sleep through it. And then if someone really wants to not have the daytime go, you know, they can click this little button here. I'm not going to do it while I'm not sleeping, because it just repeats it over and over again. That's my you know, I found that out the hard way. But that will then kick them out of the bed, and you can be like, hey guys, I don't want you to sleep. So that's pretty cool. But what we're going to do, I'm going to head over to spawn ever so quickly. We are going to go through where I want to build this, and then I need to bring all those materials over and then get started. So as I said, replay mod unfortunately isn't working, so we're not going to have a time lapse of this. I'm just going to have to sort of have a progress thing. There is sort of 2 parts to this. I'm doing the first main part to get it functioning for the first thing, and then later down the road I will be finishing it off as a build, because it's not going to be quite finished today, unfortunately, but time-wise I'd rather get it done now than, you know, spend another 2 weeks waiting to get it all working. So heading to spawn. Hopefully my spot hasn't been taken, and we should be good. So, heading back here, we have a couple things. We got the slime, we've got the Badlands delivery. Oh yes, we have had 2 new people join. So, Ginga Ninja has been in the Badlands, and then I'm terrible names, but I've forgotten exactly who it is. It should be in the description if not. But someone has also joined the ice spike biome, which is amazing because I actually need packed ice, which I totally understand is going to take ages because, you know, you need Silk Touch. I do have Silk Touch now, but I'm waiting for Fortune. I've also put Mending on my axe because I needed a lot of wood for this, as I'm sure you can understand. So this is where I'm planning to have it. We've already got a pathway going out to it. Originally I was going to have it around here, a little bit further back, but I don't want it to sort of be, you know, kind of this awkward build out in the middle of nowhere now. So I think this little thing here, we've got the mushroom to kind of complement it because it's going to be about the same height, if not a little bit higher, I think. So yeah. And also, it's going to be a case of, it's going to be quite a big build, so we're going to have the ability to, you know, if we want to sell anything else later on down the road, we can use that to our advantage, because we're going to have quite a big build to do. But I have a bunch of dirt. What I'm going to have to do is fill in this little gap here. It's going to be 25 blocks by 25 blocks, so I'm going to just fill in this, because, yeah. But 25 blocks by 25 blocks, it's quite a decently sized build, and it's like 40 blocks high, something like that. As I said, I am using Schematica on a different client in 1.14 to get this all built. So maybe I'll do a flyover on a flat world, when I get the chance with that, so you can sort of still see the flyover when it comes to that. But we're going to fill in this, I'm going to bring over my stuff, and then we'll get started building, and then I'm sure you've already seen from the thumbnail, but you'll see what our build is going to be. And then I just need to put some stuff to sell in it, and then that'll be us done for the day. And then hopefully I can get this mob farm started and hopefully finished for next episode. So hopefully I have enough dirt. I'm going to bring this over and mark out where we're going to be starting. Okay, so we are over here. We have all our resources in these lovely chests and my inventory as well. And I have marked out the area we need. So this is a 25 by 25 area. You can see I have had to do a little bit of terraforming over here. I had to make myself a new shovel because apparently I don't have one anymore. But I've push this back a little bit. If I have to do a bit more, I'll do that. That's fine. And then we have also, just cleared out the grass and stuff from it as well. So everything's in here. This should all be fine. So these are the corners. As I said, this is going to be the actual entrance bit. It's 2 wide, not 3 wide. So we are going to have to move the path into a 2 wide instead of a 3 wide. If it means I just have to get rid of this and, have 2, that's fine. Or we could have 3 and just keep it, a bit off. That's fine. So what I want to do quickly is, for the first little bit, I'm going to do the first layer on video, and then we'll carry on the rest of it just as is. So for the most part, we are going to be using the dark oak wood, the just the full layered side, and then we've got the regular oak wood that you get from a tree. That's going to be sort of the interior locations that are going to be on, like, have another log on top. You'll never see the top or the bottom, and you'll never see you'll only see the sides, which, for the most part, are exactly the same. So luckily we have our axe, because I feel like I'm going to be doing a lot of tearing down, but I'm going to try and do this first layer on camera. This is going to be fun. So if I need to, I will skip through this, but for the most part, it should be a case. I've got a top-down view of the other one, so I can hopefully get this right first time doing this. Now, I find that in... Oh, no, that is correct. We are... So we should be doing that, then across there like that. So I'm going to do this, as I said, and then we're going to have a... We're going to have a little flyby shot, not on the server, obviously. We are currently still running 1.15 vanilla. I have no mods on here, so we are going to be, unfortunately, without the replay mod for this episode. So no lovely little time lapse of me building it, which would take forever anyway. But yeah, I might get myself, on a flat world, and then sort of have a flyby over this build when we get that done, just so we can at least have that in the video. So I can't fly currently. We haven't got elytras or anything, so we are going to have to just settle with that for the moment, and then hopefully I just have enough wood. I did actually bring extra with me just in case, because not only am I going to constantly be accidentally stripping the wood like I love to do, but I am also probably miscalculated, because that's very, very common of me to do. Plus, also, if I end up using like the wood for the logs, it takes four logs for a wood, so we're actually technically wasting then. So this should be there. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where we've really got to watch out. Make sure we don't go too much past there. That should be our furthest point. Actually, that is our furthest point, but there is one that is also as far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So hopefully this matches up. If we need to move stuff one block over, that's fine. I did have it before where it was a different, one was longer than the other, but I was actually just counting like flowers and stuff. Really wasn't, something we had to worry about in the grand scheme of things. So you're going to do that. You were as far as that. That's fine. 3, 4, 2. So we have a sort of nice triangle thing there. Well, diamond, I guess. And another one there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. Across. Then we should have done. Just want to check. Done. Right. Somewhere I am missing a block, because that should be there. It's not a huge deal if it isn't, but it should be. Because that should be there. That should be like that. As I said, it shouldn't be a huge deal if it isn't, but what I'll do is get rid of this, and it's raining again. I mean, if I need to add one extra block somewhere, I guess it's not a huge deal. I might need to do some recalculation, because I've either miscounted because I'm dumb, or nope, most likely that. 1, 2, 3, 4, bomb, done. Yeah, it looks like I've got it right on my side. Except I'm just missing one block here. So I might need to count. Maybe it's actually 24 across, but I seem to be alright over this side, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. Time to double check my working, I guess. Okay, I'm not going to pretend I know how I fixed it, but I did. It's actually 24 blocks from here to the highest point. I guess 25 is just the, well, actually I think we only go out to 24 anyway. Yeah, we do. So this actually didn't matter. But at the same point, I was just, miscounting one of these because the one extra block wouldn't have mattered. So at least it's all fixed now. The inside of this is just going to stay grass most likely. I might change it out later. Depends on how I feel for the rest of the theme. It could just be stone brick. But if you hadn't guessed by now, from hopefully the thumbnail and the amount of wood, it is going to be a tree. So I kind of think grass might work for the inside. If not, maybe just the regular planks or logs in between could be a good idea, but we'll see at the end. I want to kind of get this all finished first. So this is the first layer. As I said, we'll have a little time lapse of a sort of spin around of it on a different world, and then yeah, we'll get this all built up. So wish me luck. Let's go build this thing and stock it up at the end of the day. Okay, so we are back a couple of days later. We are now on 1.15.1. Luckily, I got this built in time. I got a version of Lightmatica, which is the updated version of Schematica, working, so it made my life a little bit easier because I had a creeper blow up and I you really just couldn't deal with that at like 3 a.m. when I was putting this thing together. But if we turn around, that is what we have currently. Now, it isn't done. Obviously, it's a tree. I'm missing the leaves, but that's quite a lot of leaves, and I'd rather just get it up and running for now. So this is here. Now, I'll be perfectly honest, this isn't my original design. This is a design I found and I have modified to my use. So like in the beginning, this was supposed to be some like stables down at the bottom and such. So not really, that's not what I want to do. Not really needed for us, some stables, at least at the moment. But we have a couple of areas where we can sell stuff. So there is obviously this large area, which is most likely where I'll have just the main wood, because I've got to sell the wood, the leaves, the saplings, and then the 3 different types of plants. Now, the plants are all the double high ones, so I'm going to sell those, but at quite a decent cost, because it's a case of, just like with the sapling, well, not quite with the sapling, but when you bone meal the double high ones, you get another one basically just for free. So you keep the original and then you get another one. So really, once you've got one, you've got as many as you'll ever need. So we'll have it at a decently high price, just so we can obviously have that, you know, it's like with the mycelium last season where, you know, you get one, it spreads, you don't need it anymore. So we've got that bit down here. We've got this little bit down here. So this actually, I've got a couple of chests with me. So I'm going to start placing these down. So we've got some double chests up here. I think part of me wants to make it saplings because there's an S looking thing here, but I'm not quite sure at the moment. Again, this isn't a case of just selling our biome specific stuff. If we ever want to sell anything else, we can do that. We can probably do... No, that's not a full... Okay. I was going to say, if I change that to be a half height, you know, just a sapling, or not sapling, a half block, then I can have another chest there, and then we could probably have some chests here, just sort of spread around. So we have 6 items to sell, and obviously quite a lot of area to do it in. So we've got all this stuff over here. We can have something here. I do want to get an ender chest as well, for obvious reasons of people can then pay a lot better. There's also a crafting table here. So this is another area. I think I missed a wood block here. So I need to fill that in. I'm not going to fill it in with that, but we have this. And then we've got 2 different ways of doing this. So it's always raining. We've got this little platform up here where we can have something else. Again, could be a case of just popping some other stuff down there, like maybe even just an anvil to be like, hey, here's one if you need it. And then we've got this little cubby hole at the top. Part of me wants to make the saplings up here, because then to get like the sort of most expensive thing, I guess, you have to go past everything else, maybe. But also part of me wants to make the leaves up here because it's closer to the, you know, canopy. And then part of me wants to do the saplings down at the base of the tree because, you know, that's where the sapling would have been planted. So it would kind of keep in the theme with that. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to happen, but again, this is just a sort of work in progress at the moment. I'm going to get the wood down here, definitely for the moment. We need to decide on our prices because we, you know, definitely need to do that. I'm also going to be working on lighting the place up because creepers are fun. I've had a lot of them running around. Obviously, when I took, like, clear this area, I cleared away all the torches, so it's kind of on me for that. But I do want to come through and light this place up. And also there's the surrounding area behind, which just generally hasn't been lit up anyway. So this is here. I'm going to fill it up with, it's just going to be regular wood, not the, you know, the all side stuff, because maybe I will do that at, like, the same price, like, comparatively. So, or maybe I'll do, like, you know, 4 lapis, or like 64 lapis for a stack, like a lapis per wood maybe, and then I can also have the other stuff as well at just the same price, so we can split this in half, so we can have like the regular wood on one side, and then the other wood on this side, and then something else in the middle here. I kind of want to make it like a little tree inside the tree now that I'm looking at this large area that we've got. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to do like planks and stuff because that's just what people are going to make out of it anyway. So we've got dark oak wood and dark oak logs. Yeah, dark oak wood and dark oak logs. So obviously we have that and that. So I'm going to sell those two separately, most likely. So I don't know how we want to do this. Can we just do... Because you can actually put these next to each other now, which is really great. So that's kind of cool. So we can actually fill this entire wall up. Obviously, with these bits of wood here, we're going to have like... Not have the ability to, but I could do this. Do that. Like, you could just have this, fill this up with wood. And I wonder if... Okay, that does go to the outside. So that is a little bit annoying. I think I would prefer if that wasn't, then I could just fill this entire thing up. But this is just a temporary thing, chest-wise for the moment. I'm just going to fill these up just so they are being sold and we can make that little bit of lapis. So I think it will do 64 per stack. So you have to like bulk buy. You can't just buy one. You have to buy a stack. And then we've obviously got leaves to go as well. Leaves, maybe I'll do like 16 for a stack. But what I want to do with the leaves is I need to look on the wiki and stuff and see if it's possible. If I shear the leaves, is it possible to get saplings from sheared leaves? Or is it only possible after the original growing? So obviously when I take it off the original tree, it's going to potentially drop a sapling. But if I shear it, I don't know if that gives the ability to take away or actually gain the saplings from it. Because if it means that, then we're going to have to price it differently, because we're also going to do the saplings at, I don't know, maybe like half a stack of blocks or something, just because it's another case of once you get it, I'm pretty, if everybody on the server has these saplings, then I literally am out of business basically. But I think you have to have 4, so maybe we can price it a little bit differently in that situation. Then you have to hopefully get 4 from the actual thing. So I'm going to do, or going to fill that up with stuff. We're going to get one of those lectern things. I don't know how to make them, I'll be perfectly honest, so I need to look that up as well. But yeah, we'll, I think Ben's got one in here. I'm pretty sure this is Ben's place. Yeah, Ben's Cozy Cabin. Yeah, this thing. I want to know how to make this. Also, I kind of want to look, 1 spruce log, 1 lapis. So yeah, it looks like we're going to have basically the same prices, which is good. I'm going to close the door so nothing creeps in here. But 1 spruce log, 1 lapis. So that is, if we do the 64, you buy in bulk, and then something's in there hitting some sort of thing. So if you buy 64, you get a bulk discount of 50 lapis. Interesting. 1 podzol is 2 lapis. 2 ferns, 1 lapis. And then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I guess he's just got that just in case. Just in case, you know, he wants to add anything later to the whole thing. What is going on here? So, I don't know what's causing a bunch of pistons to go, and it's really creeping me out, and I'm worried that something's in there, but I also don't want to break into his building, basically, to search for it. I'm going to get a mass amount of wood now. Obviously, I've got our mending axe there as well, and I'm going to see if there's anything potentially, you know, we might just use the top for saplings, maybe one of the middle areas for the leaves, and then that for that. And then we've got some of the outskirt areas, and that there is one more, like, sort of internal area that we can use in order to get, what was it? Yeah, like the other materials. So, like, if we ever do pickaxe shop again, that could be potentially in there. I do think if I do that again, I want to actually make its own shop. Oh, you have an enchanted sword. I want that from you. Let's have a look. You can drop it? I would zoom, but I haven't got up to find. Nope. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go get that. But I think, you know, we're done for the day. I think we've got that all sorted out. So we'll carry on. I'm going to get some more of those. Oh, we've also got, yeah, the flowers. So I guess we could do the flowers in the middle bit. And I can get some, like, flower pots, maybe. I think you can fit the 2 high ones in there. So we can have those on display as well. So, yeah, that's our 4 areas. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the outskirt areas for whatever else we want to sell. I'm not quite decided on the prices yet of the other, you know, we'll do, like, 16 blocks maybe for like the sapling, or maybe we just won't put the saplings in yet because I'm actually a little low on them, especially if I'm going to be making a bunch of trees. Why is there so much rotten flesh around? So there's that, and then I'll have to look into the leaves and stuff. But next episode, hopefully, we are now going to get on this farm that mob farm that I was hoping on getting sorted. I think I can still do it without the packed ice, so we'll see that. And if the packed ice comes on sale, then we can just buy the packed ice. I am still looking for a Fortune book. So as soon as I get the Fortune 3 book, I'm going to be starting to get all that stuff and another mending. Once I get another mending, I can make a Silk Touch pick as well, because I've already got one of those. But it's going to just be easier for me to get a Fortune and then just Fortune the stuff that is around. So we're back here safe. I'm going to do some more mining for a little bit. And obviously get these trees growing. And I'll see you in the next episode. And bye-bye.